myself, Lord Jamal. Special guest Sam is here. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk some Canada Junior football because what the hell has been going on? Marlo is here. Marlo is in the background. Baby girl has a flag football game, so he'll be in here shortly. Hopefully, we get Doc Holliday in here. But let's just get to the big news, right? So last week we reported Montana head football coach Bobby Hauck. I hope I'm saying his name right.
Hauck.
Okay, stepped down, walked away, whatever phrasing you want to choose from the Montana football program, who was just the Final Four participant in the NCAA playoffs, right? And he made a public statement. I always hate when coaches and ADs make public statements that are negative, but he made a public statement about the state of college football. And that's fine. That is your prerogative. You can say what you want to say. That's fine. I got a little offended that he chose that route because you had players that you recruited to your program that you are essentially slapping in the face, right? And then Zach from the Blue Buds podcast, um, we call him my boy Blue, Zach McKinnell, posted Illinois, the University of Illinois had a new defensive coordinator. And Senior Bobby was their new defensive coordinator. I I have no problem with being appalled. I do. However, Senor Bobby is a motherfucker named Paul. Because how you know what, Sam, your alma mater, I'll let you take
So, um, man, yeah, it was a shocker first because the biggest thing about him retiring is the verbiage he used, and I think there's some reasons why he used the verbiage retiring. I think some contractual things led to him using the verbiage retiring in terms of buyouts and money and all that good stuff. We won't get into that, but he retired on signing day when they're supposed to be announcing a transfer portal class as well as a high school signing class. So that was just a shocker in itself. But then the fact that, he's been the head coach for 03 to 09 and then from 18 to 2025. And he announces that he's retiring. And it's just like, whoa, what? You expect this guy to be coming back. The team is looking to be decent offensively. The defense is going to be a question mark. But, he had got to the point in his career at Montana where, people understand what he had done. People understand like all the impact he had made at the University of Montana. But it was also a situation where it's like, when is a good time to tell your most winningest head coach in Big Sky history, like, it's time to go? Like, when do you have that conversation? And I think he kind of took that off the table and kind of made the decision for easy for everybody. So, yeah, we're here now. And so he retired last week on Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday. I think it was Tuesday was signing day. Whenever signing day was, that's when he retired. So that was headlines all week. And then yesterday, out of nowhere, we see a report. We see Illinois, the University of Illinois tweeted, "Welcome our new defensive coordinator, Bobby Hauck." And everybody's like, wait a minute. I thought this dude just retired not even a week ago. Like, what are we talking about right now? But then once you start going back to look at his statement that he made in the press conference, obviously you mentioned, he talked about college football and said what's wrong with college football with the NIL and the transfer portal and all that stuff. But another thing he mentioned in his statement was, one, he didn't ever want to be a head coach again, which he's not doing that, which we'll see in the future if that ends up being true or not. But I think another big thing that he said during that statement was, they asked him, what is that, like, can he see himself coaching again? And, he never really said yes or no. He was kind of, up in the air with it. And I think we get an answer now. I really think it was a situation where he retired, and I think he really did intend on retiring. But I think it was a situation, and I have this is speculation on my part. I feel like it was a situation where he retired, intended to be retired, and then Coach Brett at Illinois came to him and was like, hey, we got this number for you. We want you to be a defensive coordinator. And it was a number where Bobby was like, hey, man, like, I can't turn it down. And it was a situation where he still wanted to be a coach anyway. So it's like, you know, he wants to be around the game. He doesn't want to deal with the stresses of being a head coach. He loves football. One interesting part about this is he has never been a defensive coordinator. So we will see what that looks like. And I think he intends on running the 3-3-5 heavy blitz defense. We will see what that looks like. It caught a lot of flack at Montana this past season. A lot of fans did not like the 3-3-5 at all. They don't recruit well enough to run it, in my opinion, at Montana. I don't know if you can get the right pieces at Montana to run it right. You know, he's in the Big Ten now, so maybe he'll be able to get the pieces. But yeah, man, crazy days in the North up here.
So, because of a very popular HBCU defensive tackle that transferred to Illinois, we know exactly.
I think he out of eligibility.
He's gone.
Well, I know exactly what they have at defensive tackle at Illinois.
What they had.
No, I know what they got right now. I've watched their recruiting cycle. I know what they got right now.
But yeah, if that 3-3-5 with General Hunt, they would have knocked some heads.
You need a nose tackle. You need a nose tackle.
They don't have that guy that can eat up double teams right now.
No, but that's what I'm saying. With General Hunt, even though he was severely undersized, he had a motor that was relentless. He never stopped. And he wasn't 6 feet. But Sammy, I'm gonna tell you what's funny. I said the exact same thing you said on Doc's show. Literally, word for word.
And what's that?
He just didn't want to be a head coach anymore. He still wanted to coach. He just did not want to be a head coach.
Yeah, you want to deal with that headache with NIL and all that other stuff, but you still got to deal with it regardless because of
That's what I'm saying, Doc.
You just on a whole wider scale now because of some fact you're in the FBS. You are in the Big Ten.
You're not away from it. You got a player on your defense who goes off and becomes an All-American. Indiana's coming to get him. Mississippi's coming to get him. Somebody's going to offer him some money. Like, you are still going to deal with that as a defensive coordinator. That's what I mean.
The only way he could have got out of that was honestly as an analyst.
Yeah.
And we know
he's not a social media guy like that. Like, he doesn't want to talk in front of the camera. Like, that's not what he does.
No. Not a commentator.
Oh, you're talking about a coach analyst, like an offensive defensive analyst. Yeah.
That's the only way he could have gotten out of that. Like having to deal with NIL, but as a coordinator who is the general manager of all defense, you're gonna deal with that shit. It ain't going nowhere.
It's not going anywhere, my friend.
The joy that I had watching people do mental contortionism around this because on Friday he was retiring for all the bad things that the sport has become, and then on Monday watching them make excuses.
On Monday they had enough zeros in the check.
But he retired. To me, I just feel like he retired because as a head coach because he did not want to deal with the headaches of NIL and all this other stuff, paying players and stuff like that, because basically he seems like he's old school. He's an old school coach.
Absolutely.
Like Sam said, he's not on social media like that. He doesn't do well in front of the camera. The dude is a coach. He is a coach. He just don't want to deal with all this stuff no more with,
none of us are doubting that. We're simply saying with the position you're about to start on Monday, it is not going anywhere. And the only way, if he wanted to stay in direct football coaching and contact, that he could have gotten out of NIL is to take an analyst position somewhere. Because
all I do is I'm just a consultant. As an analyst, I'm just a consultant.
Even as a position coach, and them dudes start saying, "Man, I had 82 days and my rent due." You gonna deal with NIL? You gonna deal? And I'm not being funny when I say that because that's just
because you're still recruiting as a defensive coordinator. You're still recruiting. Absolutely.
And them dudes gonna say, "Hey, University of Tennessee said they're gonna pay me $7,000 a month. What you got?
Wait, hold on, Zach.
Zach was
He
Zach
better
said,
not
yo,
be on social.
yes. The first thing he does, Zach. The first thing he did, he's in front of the.
When he gets to Illinois, he got to Illinois. He's on social media now.
Yes, he's in front of the Dick Buckets Trophy, talking about, "Hello, Fighting Illinois. Like it's gonna be a great day. Like I'm happy to be here. It's gonna be great." And I'm like, "Yo, he never did this for Montana.
He might have hated y'all." Just saying.
Did a booster cuss him out one night? Did
A
somebody
booster did more than cuss him up. A booster had to hit on his wife or something.
Nah, no, I just think it was a situation where both had kind of run their course. You know, Hauck had kind of run his time at Montana, and the university had kind of had their time with Montana. You know, our president just stepped down as well at Montana, so they have a new president coming in. Going through it. And I think the AD's contract is coming up soon as well. So I think, you know, we're in a real big time of influx. And, you know, I think it's a situation where you're just like, bring in a whole new regime, you know, new head coach, new president, new AD. Let's just clean it all.
So how long has Hauck been at Montana? How long he was at Montana?
So 03 to 09, what is that, 6-7 years? I think it was 7 seasons. And then from 18 to 15, so another 7-8 seasons. So I think it was a total of 15 seasons he was at Montana, because he came in 03 to 09, left, took the head coaching job at UNLV. It did not go very well. Got the special teams coordinator job a couple of years later at San Diego State. And then in 18 came back from San Diego State to Montana and just now retired, but now he's at Illinois. And I'll say again, it is his first defensive coordinator job. He has never been a defensive coordinator before.
So that's close to 14, 15. It's 15 years right there.
That's unheard of in college football in this era.
Yeah.
But he just made
you know what? No, you can't say that because remember, all those head coaches from North Dakota State went to other places and became coordinators or defense or they became position coaches. Who was the last one? Craig Bowl.
No, you're thinking of Craig Bowl was the first one. You're thinking of the Fresno State head coach. Matt Entz is the head coach of Fresno State. He first got the job at USC before getting the head coach job at Fresno State. Right. It was like DC or something like that. And then also Chris Kleiman left. He just retired at Kansas State for the same reason that Hauck just mentioned. At Kansas State, he was the head coach. And then Tim Polasek is there now.
So you look at that and it's like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even want to do this shit no more. Because it's really literally that's what they said. But like, you know, Chris Kleiman left. He left North Dakota State to go to be the head coach at Kansas State.
I don't know if Kleiman went immediately to be head coach. Let me look at what Chris Kleiman's timeline was.
I think he did.
I'll say this.
Let me see. I think he did too.
I think he did.
I remember ESPN saying pretty much LCS ball and MDS ball are two different things. And I'm like, in San Diego State, they had never won shit. Why are we having this conversation? It's not like he went straight
to K-State.
He went straight. It's not like he went from South Dakota, North Dakota State to Gainesville. San Diego State had never been nothing in football for them to be making a big deal about it. That was my only gripe against it.
And he really didn't have to change anything once he got to Kansas State because Bill Snyder had already put in place what was
that culture is set.
He was set. All he had to do was just go get the players.
Y'all, hold on, time out. Y'all say that culture is set. Can we be honest? Is this a safe space? That culture has never won a national championship.
He say this every time.
And don't shoot the messenger. That culture had never won a national championship. It helped Florida State win a national championship, but they had
Bill Snyder never won a national championship.
No, not in football.
Not during that time.
Bill Snyder was this close back in the late 90s to go to a national championship when he had Michael Bishop as QB.
And all they did was send Florida State to the national championship game so we can get beat by Tennessee.
But what I'm saying is,
it was Tennessee and Peyton Manning, wasn't it?
No, Peyton Manning wouldn't. That was oh god, the black
T. Martin.
quarterback. T. Martin, yeah.
T. Martin.
Oh,
T.
okay.
Martin and Peerless fucking Price.
Let's keep naming. Let's keep naming. Yeah. Al Wilson. Yeah. Let's keep naming. Jamal Lewis. Let's keep naming. Travis Henry. Let's keep naming. You forgot about volunteers.
Was the game changer. T. Martin was winning that game. But to be fair, we had the Red Rooster at quarterback because our quarterback got injured. So it is what it is.
But you look at it, but you look at it though, like I said, Bill Snyder came in, he had to turn around, he had to scrap the whole program at Kansas State and start from anew. And
I hope Blue stubbed his toe.
He built it the way that he built it, and then he turned around and you know, he left out, you know, had a couple of coaches in, and then after that, he came back in, and then Chris Kleiman took over. Chris Kleiman was set. He was set. He didn't have to change anything about that program. It was already set.
So here's and while we're talking about a lot of football in Canada Junior, North Dakota State, it's official. They are in the Mountain West. Now, I caught a lot of flack on other shows about me saying this. JMU played in the Sun Belt. That comparison to JMU to the Mountain West, them two different comparisons. Please understand. Look at the teams that was in the Sun Belt when JMU got there and the teams that are currently in the Mountain West. No, it is not as strong as it was 2 years ago, but they still been playing FBS football for quite some time. Give North Dakota State a chance to get in, get their feet wet, and see where they're at. Because God forbid they have to run the gauntlet and go to Hawaii and then turn around and go to Vegas.
No,
like,
Hawaii, you come on now. You think Hawaii is real strong? Come on now. Tim Kaine is running that program. It is not that strong.
On this show said UNLV got a real lifer football coach. We said that. So if you take a team that got to go to Hawaii 1 week and then turn around and got to play UNLV.
Again, this North Dakota State lost to a horrible Colorado team.
I'm just saying.
No, Colorado went to the bowl game that year.
I'm about to say, weren't they? Because I said the same thing. I thought that was the bad iteration, but I think that was the good iteration of Colorado.
That wasn't the bad iteration? Oh, my fault.
I think that was the one that went like 9-3 or 8-4 or something like that.
My fault.
Yeah, I said the same thing on my live the other day, and somebody jumped in the chat and was like, "Nah, that was the decent Colorado team."
and even if that's the decent Colorado team, still that's what they're looking at in the Mountain West. Because the Mountain West and the Big 12 are pretty much on the same level.
No, they're not.
Absolutely
no.
not. Absolutely
not.
I'm going to disrespect every time. They got BYU and Utah. And I think they're the only ones with money.
Texas Tech? Hello?
Oh, wait. Hold on. I forgot about
that. Texas Tech playing money. Texas Tech playing money ball and still losing.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Hold on now. That's on me. It's 3 teams in that entire conference, which is why.
No, don't say 3 teams. Do not say 3 teams.
What the other one?
Because you still got Oklahoma State. Got money.
Did you say Oklahoma State?
Oklahoma State ain't won shit.
T-Boone is dead.
Oklahoma State still. He dead, but his fortune is still going to the university.
And they still getting their ass beat.
They still losing. They not in the.
It ain't their fault that Mike Gundy stayed 4 years too long.
Yes, because T-Boone wanted him there. Yes, the fuck it is. T-Boone wanted him there.
Anyway.
But as a university, he should have been gone. He should have been gone.
Listen, when T-Boone died, that should have been his last day.
Nah, he was still winning at the time.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was. When T-Boone died, he was still winning at the time.
He only won one Big 12 championship in like a million years.
Okay, but you gotta understand. You talk about he only won one Big 12 championship. Tell me who are the other teams in the Big 12 that won the championship, the Big 12, the conference championship, other than Oklahoma and Texas? I'll wait.
It don't matter after that.
No. We're not gonna let him get off like that. So we just gonna
I'll wait. I'll wait. I will wait.
So we just gonna act like T Boone wasn't giving people parents jobs, like he wasn't buying houses. We're not gonna do that.
Who's T Boone?
T Boone Pickens, the billionaire oil man.
He was an oil tycoon. He was a Oklahoma State alumni, and pretty much if Oklahoma State we want or we need, he gave it.
My brother went to Oklahoma State. I had no idea about that. So since '96, they've been playing the championship game. Oklahoma State has never won it.
Woo!
What are we talking about? No, they're not upper echelon. I know, Doc. They've had some very good players.
They've only played in it once.
They only played it once. Didn't they win it? Nope, they didn't win it.
They lost to Texas or Baylor. They lost to Baylor in 2021.
Damn.
Okay.
They lost to Baylor post milkman. That's crazy.
Even Kansas State won one in 2003.
Yeah. Y'all just heard me say thank you.
And they won it in 2022.
Yep.
Dang. It's a lot of Oklahoma on here, though. A lot.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. A lot of Oklahoma, a lot of Texas, right? Yeah. Right.
There's only 4 Texas championships on
here.
Still,
out of the whole time, is either Oklahoma or Texas.
Yeah, A&M got 1. Nebraska got 2. Colorado got 1. Arizona State got 1, too. Dang, Arizona State got 1 before Oklahoma State. My goodness. They just got in there.
Arizona State got it their first year. They came into the conference.
Yep.
With Scatterbo.
Scatterbo, baby. He's a big Sky guy.
But yeah, you think about it though. Don't diss the Big 12 like that. Even Kansas got 1.
The Big
Missouri
12
got 1.
Been that since they was the Big 8.
I mean, it's not really
looking at since they've been playing.
I'm only looking at since they've been playing the Oklahoma State.
My God, Florida State can't shoot to save their life. Oh my God.
EBT card.
I'm sorry, y'all. Florida State.
Hawaii ain't gonna know what to do when North Dakota State about to run power for the 60th time. It's on the third quarter.
They're getting that I formation.
You know what
Hawaii? They're not gonna know what to do.
Hawaii can do, y'all. While we sitting here disrespecting Hawaii, no matter who the coach is, what's the one thing Hawaii can do?
You know what? I appreciate Hawaii. Hawaii gave us our QB. Guess who went to Hawaii before they went to Vanderbilt?
Who?
Moose.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Moose was at Hawaii first before he went to Vanderbilt.
Yep, you're right. Hawaii has always been the 12 points.
I appreciate you, Hawaii.
Hey, man. NDSU is a different beast, I'm trying to tell you.
Do not get in the shootout with Hawaii. I've seen a many people.
It's not going to be a shootout.
It's not going to be a shootout.
They're not going to let it be a shootout.
Okay, we go. You know what? All of this is speculation till we get to the season. But
I'm not speculating about nothing. I know what I saw.
Everybody got a
Wait a minute. Hold on, Troy. We all have seen Hawaii plenty of times get into a major bowl game and get dog walked by a team that runs the ball.
I'm not talking about a major bowl game. I'm talking about regular season. Hawaii has been
known to dog walk by regular season team. I can see him get dog walk in the regular season by a team that learn how to throw the ball
in the regular season. We're gonna do this like
Troy capping for Hawaii is crazy because
I'm not even. And this is the thing. I'm not even capping for Hawaii. I'm saying if you take that Hawaii game, if they get the ugly luck of the draw, have to go to Hawaii and turn around and have to play that dude who got ran out of Gainesville, he is a problem. Like, keep acting like he can't coach. I've seen him. I'm a Seminole.
We're not saying that Dan Mullen cannot coach. We know Dan Mullen can coach, but
Dan Mullen also didn't want to deal with NIL or the boosters.
And now he got NIL boosters that don't bother with him, and he got recruiters that don't have him in the building 40 hours a week.
But that's what he wanted, and he was not gonna get that in Gainesville.
He wasn't gonna get that in Florida. That wouldn't happen.
Gainesville in Florida is eat, sleep, football, wake up, rinse, repeat.
So what Zach said.
I would say this about North Dakota State. It's going to be difficult when they go into higher elevations for football. Like when they play.
I'm more worried about them having to play Boise than Hawaii.
I just don't think y'all understand how good these guys are, how good their coach.
No, I'm just saying. This is all I'm saying. I'm saying like going to Fort Collins, play Air Force Academy up there in the elevation and stuff like that. That's all I'm saying. But other than that, they can run folks up and down the field.
You got a decent point there.
The best of them.
You got a decent point there. The last two times North Dakota State has come to Montana in a decent like 3,200 elevation. They have not been able to win. 2015 they came and lost. It was smoky, and then in 2023 in the semifinals they came and lost in double OT.
I'm just saying, give them an opportunity.
They want to be kryptonite by the damn elements than another team.
That's all I'm saying. Give them an opportunity to get their feet wet instead of screaming year one.
Ain't no giving no opportunity to get their feet wet. The precedent is you look at teams like James Madison, you look at teams like Liberty. When they got into Troy.
This the same Sun Belt that Dion won a baseball championship and a track championship in the same day.
We talking about baseball?
Come on, baseball. We talking about football.
Did you guys see the report?
We still got to get
the report today.
Wait. You got to get the same presidents. You got to get the same presidents with James Madison and Liberty and like teams like Coastal Carolina. What they did as soon as they got into those conferences, as soon as they moved up to Division I and to FBS, they ran teams out of the building.
Y'all saw the report today.
What's that?
That's what they're going to be looking at.
Per CBS Sports, North Dakota State plans to petition for immediate college football playoff and postseason access as it jumps to FBS this fall. AD Matt Larson tells CBS Sports.
Hey, listen. Whoa. No, that don't change nothing for me because I don't give a damn if I know I'm going to get my teeth kicked in. Guess what? I want access just in case I motherfucking win.
Exactly. Remember when James Madison was like 11-1 and they couldn't even make a bowl?
They said no.
They couldn't even make a bowl. Like, come on, man. What are we doing?
No.
But the same thing happened. The same thing happened to Jacksonville State. I think they went either 10-2 or 9-3 or something like that. And they told them they couldn't play in the bowl game either, even though they was practically begging teams to come and play.
Because they wouldn't be eligible till 2028 if they don't get this.
Yep.
Let's be honest about what this is. This ain't a competition move. This is a long-term financial stability move.
Nah, it's competition.
It's competition too.
I think it's multifaceted. I think it's multifaceted.
6 million. It can be multifaceted all you want to. That president is thinking dollars first because they didn't move all their programs over. They moved one. That 17
million. But bro,
in that
when the hell have we ever said anything about South Dakota, North Dakota State, and football, and anything outside of football?
Hear me out. You still have to follow Title IX. This one media rights deal on just football takes care of their whole program. In 1 year, they'll probably get more than what they got in the Missouri Valley in media rights for the last 4 years?
What's the media rights deal for the Mountain West though?
They got just the media rights is $3 million.
I don't have that.
They said the 12 million. No, they said the 12 million.
It's $3.5 million.
They have to pay $12 million plus the $3 million.
But they get to stretch it out over 6 years.
Over 6 years. So they still winning. They are not losing. That was
another report today by CBS. Another report I saw from CBS.
The AD, the president, whenever y'all see them, shake their hand. That is a boss checkmate move. Point blank.
They paid a hefty penny. Well, however they got to pay it, whether it's over 6 years or this year, man, they clearly were done with the FCS. $17 million is a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
Yep.
And you really think about it, man, them going to the playoffs for like the last 15 damn years, right?
10 out of the last 15 national championships. And think about
Right.
this too. Man, I just had the thought on my head. NIU last year paid $2 million to get into the Mountain West.
Yes.
The price is going up out here, man.
Today's prices ain't yesterday's price. And when
Absolutely.
Amazon get into this media rights deal, oh man.
It's gonna change the game.
When I said the other night on Doc Holliday show, if you think South Dakota State is just sitting there going, oh, they just gonna leave and we're gonna be cool, they not. I bet you Zach said the email already went out. I bet you they are doing hella campaign to raise money right now.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I likened it to when we left to go to the SWAC. What did Bethune say? We coming too. And to Doc's point, it was the package deal because you had to bring both. So
I kind of don't like how SDSU is going with them.
But they gonna go. They might not be this year. They gonna go.
Like just that. Like if Montana or Montana State left one out, if Montana or Montana State didn't go together, I would be very pissed off. Very pissed off.
You're generally, with the exception of nasty ass Texas A&M, generally your rival. I'm sorry, nasty ass Texas. Your rival goes with you.
Texas. Right.
I mean, think about Oklahoma and Oklahoma State.
They went together.
They didn't.
No,
Oklahoma
they
State's in the Big 12. OU's in the SEC.
Yeah.
They don't play no more.
Yes, they don't play no more.
Hey,
And either the SEC, well, no, because the SEC.
No, the SEC didn't want Oklahoma State.
They didn't want Oklahoma State. But that also makes sense. Just like the SEC, I'm not being funny, Troy, but just like the SEC don't want Florida State either, so it makes sense. But Florida and Florida State still play the game.
Yeah. No,
it's gonna be on the schools to make that game happen.
Amen,
because
Zach.
that is still gonna be your moneymaker.
The Montana State and Montana is an example. Conference realignment. Another example is people keep thinking that it's just North Carolina, North Carolina State. Should realignment happen with the ACC, they are going to the SEC. But here's another thing. If one of those two teams move, watch North Carolina A&T. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm be real with you, and I'm be honest with you. North Carolina A&T they ain't going nowhere. They're gonna stay where
I don't see them going nowhere at all.
I don't see them going nowhere.
If the state of North Carolina allows North Carolina State and North Carolina to move, North Carolina A&T will be able to go wherever they want to. That's what I'm saying. Because the state made that rule so that the state can dictate where North Carolina State goes. Remember, things that benefit the top schools also benefit the bottom schools. Gotta pay attention. Remember, we did the whole show. Oh, they get to move. What if North Carolina A&T want to move? All they gotta do is get approval. And if one get approved, North Carolina is not like Florida. If North Carolina State and North Carolina want to do something,
and yes, the fuck it is. North Carolina tried to rename. No. We're not finna let North Carolina off easy. North Carolina tried to rename every damn school in that whole entire system, the University of North Carolina Act. The students, because I was at FAM when it happened, walked out of campus and walked to, they pulled the A. I was proud of them. And they walked to the governor's mansion, I believe, and like, yeah, no, we ain't doing that. And they left it alone. So no, the North Carolina and fucking Florida are redheaded stepchildren that are bare minimum. They do the same twisted dumbass shit.
Let me say this. They are going to be able to do what they want. Only in realignment. That's it. And it has to happen in that.
$5 million, but here's the thing: do they have the $5 million to pay the NCAA to move up?
I don't necessarily think they're going Division I. I don't necessarily think that. I don't think they're going to the MEAC either. So let's clear that up. I think a whole
They are
different set of
definitely never going back to the
yeah.
MEAC.
I think a whole different set of circumstances are going to take place, and that's another story for another day. Shout out to Immaculate, but I'm happy for Canada Junior because, like I said, that's a boss move. Like anytime an institution get a good media rights deal, I'm gonna always be happy because as a Florida State alum, we are in a shitty media rights deal. We are, according to what I saw, $40 million behind the Big Ten disbursements. How you be $40 million behind and still call them a Power Four conference?
You're saying the SWAC is 40 million behind the Big Ten?
No,
Or
no,
you
I'm
saying
talking
the
about
ACC?
No,
the
no,
ACC.
no.
Yeah,
The
the
ACC.
ACC. The
I mean,
ACC is 40
who's
million
really
behind.
trying to watch the ACC
And
though?
what?
Who's really trying to watch them?
Nobody.
Nah, but the
Unless
ACC is
it's
a no.
basketball.
The ACC is a basketball conference. So
That's
if
what I said.
anything, basketball should have carried the money.
Yeah,
If
right.
anything, they should have gotten the money on the strength of basketball.
Who's that? Duke or
Now football,
Duke, North Carolina, and
Duke,
Duke,
this
North
year,
Carolina?
Duke, North Carolina.
Clemson this year.
And what,
Man,
You think
basketball?
two?
Yeah, but
You think
but
two? You think
traditional
two
power.
basketball schools can carry the whole conference though?
One
And then
that
you
really,
just
yeah,
two.
two basketball schools can't carry that whole conference.
And
Duke and
then
North
you could be
Carolina.
just two, though.
Yes,
That's the
two
problem.
basketball schools have been carrying that conference for a very long time.
I'm saying though, can
Yes.
those two schools justify getting 40 million more, or maybe even 20 million more?
If you
closer
look
to the
at,
Big Ten
you
deal?
know what, because of this realignment, I don't even know where nobody at now. But if you look at who's in it now, yeah, they can carry it. Because you got North Carolina, you got Duke, Clemson will pop up and have a team. Wake Forest has teams, has sleeper teams all the time. You got Stanford in the ACC now. Yeah, give them the
North
They
money
call
on
it
the
Carolina
strength
Tobacco
of
State.
Road for a
basketball.
reason. They call it Tobacco
North,
Road for a reason. Them North Carolina
North
schools is
Carolina
the hoop.
State.
They are still spending tobacco money too.
So
It's
Y'all
just
know more
like
than
being
me.
here. It's just like being here in Texas. We got oil money.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
They
And
say
North
North Dakota
Carolina
got
got
more oil money
and
too.
And listen,
they do.
I will go out and buy me some Spanx. All I need is $150 million in NIL at Florida State. That's all I need. I can
Who's
get the
giving that?
football players in Spanx. We have an alum that is the founder of Spanx. She's a billionaire now. Her husband donates millions of dollars to Tennessee. That's all I'm saying.
You know what happens when you go to a school? You tend to know all the dirty little secrets because you were a student. I think that's what's happening with y'all in the space, lady. Honest to God.
I, I can't I can't speak on some things, but let's just
Exactly.
say
When you go to, and everybody on this call, because everybody on here is an alumni of their prospective institutions. You know the dirty little secrets when you're a student there. And when you leave, you determine if you want to deal with them or not.
Yeah. So you know who's I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Since North Dakota State made the boss move, you know who's next on the list? Sacramento State.
Man, I would be sick if I was Sacramento State. You saying we've been trying for the last year, 2 years to get up to the FBS. We trying to put up 10 million.
The NCAA themselves told Sacramento to go sit down. Sacramento State to go sit down somewhere.
so. Being transparent, I love Sac State's president. However, they ran into one problem. Do you know Florida State just lost this goddamn game?
You're the minority in that. I feel like a lot of people don't like Dr. Luke Wood. A lot of people got negative opinions about him.
I feel like that too. The only issue I had with that whole thing was that there
Put
was
the cart before the horse.
Money. It was pledge money. Pledge money is different than money in the bank.
Actually,
Yep,
absolutely. But that pledge money was, if you get to the FBS, this money is yours.
Yeah,
that
was the thing.
yeah, but the NCAA don't like pledge money. They like, hey, the money is in the account.
Yeah.
The NCAA don't like players' money. They don't players' money is y'all remember the Disney movie Blank Check?
Yep.
That is players' money to the NCAA.
Well, there has been talks that Sacramento State might make their way to the MAC.
That's nasty. That travel's gonna be nasty.
Yeah. You see what I think that was that Stanford or UCLA that just said they like $40 million in the hole already. I think it was Stanford.
Can we
You saw Rutgers?
Yeah, Rutgers is. So this
Rutgers losing money
Rutgers
too, but no, I think it was.
Yeah, because Rutgers is the furthest East Coast team in the Big Ten, and then of course, really all of the old Pac-12 schools that's in the Big Ten is the furthest to travel to, especially.
What other conference could Rutgers be in though?
Nobody.
Nothing because they could go to what is that? The American Colonial. No, what is it? The American Colonial. What is that?
You're talking about the American.
Yeah. They can go right there. They used to be Big East. They can go right there.
Yeah, Temple's in there too. Yeah.
Temple, Connecticut, right there. I think it's Temple, Connecticut, Providence, and Seton Hall.
Yeah, well, they're in the Big East though. So Seton Hall is in the Big East.
So Seton Hall is over there too. But if Rutgers goes there, it lessens their traveling. That's still the FCS program, and it's familiar foes because they all played together before when it was Big East.
Rutgers
Alonzo Carter versus Eddie George. Zach.
Rutgers' problems is not travel. Rutgers' problem is the same problem that Florida State had. They have spent money in their infrastructure to build up their facilities. Now, the difference between Rutgers and Florida State, Rutgers got $70 fucking million to invest in their program.
They're
Florida
broke,
State took out bonds.
But they're broke. Rutgers is in the red.
Everybody's in the red.
They had a huge deficit this past year.
Big ass deficit, bro.
Indiana not in the red.
Everybody is
on the right. Indiana is up and to the right.
Well, Indiana got basketball.
And you know who else is up and to the right?
Who?
Oh shit! I'm not. I was about to bother Detroit. Miami is up and to the right too. Because they get everything from this playoff run.
No, they're gonna
get 18 million or something. They got 20 million or something.
They got $20 million from the playoff run.
Yeah. Something in that area.
And they got it all. That was supposed to go to the conference. The conference said, "Nah, that's you."
They got it all.
Let them have that. Let them have that. Because when we get ready to leave, remember that $20 million y'all let Miami keep? We don't want to hear shit about no exit money. We don't want to hear that.
They need that, Troy. They need that, Troy.
Hold on.
They need that. They need every cent.
You still got to pay the extra money, and you still got to have a conference to go to.
$5 million. We out.
And I'm gonna count it, and they gonna count it in front of you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me all of it.
Damn,
all of it.
They got to give us back our disbursement money that they gave to Miami. We'll take that. Go ahead. We'll take that. We good.
I didn't see you in the playoffs.
No.
I'm not giving y'all
the ACC made that decision on their own. There was no meeting. They got sunshine laws in Florida. There was no meeting. The ACC made that decision on their own.
Is there any law that says they have to consult the rest of the conference schools in order to give Miami all that money?
They have to have meetings to make those decisions. Just like when the ACC, remember, the ACC sued us before we sued them. They sued us.
How do you know the ACC commissioner didn't call all the ADs and say, "Hey, I'm gonna do this," and they all said, "All right, there you go."
You know what? The way we can find out is I'll pick up the phone and call. That's how you can find out. Or if they say, "Well, we can't tell you that," there's this little thing in Florida we found. Freedom of Information Act. Yep.
FOIA.
We got sunshine laws here. You can't have a meeting and make decisions on a state institution without it being public.
Troy's alum. He needs all his money.
Lucky for the University of Miami, they private than a motherfucker.
Miami, See, people don't realize the cul-de-sac school, they in a bad position. So football and basketball, and to them crazy people that think Miami is gonna win the ACC in baseball, are you fucking stupid? But I digress. They're in a bad position, right? Because their revenue sports are basketball and football. They can't build an on-campus stadium, so they have to rent out Hard Rock Stadium, which ain't cheap. Then you have they're not buying season tickets like they used to. Like you would think they had
They're gonna start now. Without all the winning they done, they're gonna
I
start
was
now.
about to say shit. They about to start.
their fans don't like Hard Rock. That's problem number one.
It ain't the Orange Bowl, so shit. Where else you gonna go?
The Orange Bowl was in the heart of their.
They have nowhere to go.
Heart of their
They got nowhere to go.
Miami-Dade. It's not in Miami. It's not in Miami Garden. It is in the heart of Miami. That's their fan base.
And guess what? And guess what they did? Like most programs, they sold out their core fan base for cash, and it cost them. So here we are.
Wait, so
What
the
next?
Hard Rock Stadium where they play now, they used to have their own stadium. The Orange Bowl was their original.
Yes, the
their
Orange
stadium, it
Bowl.
was
The
in the heart
Orange
of Miami.
Bowl. It wasn't their stadium, but they rented it out. But it was
Why
what,
don't
Troy,
they
like a
build a
15-minute ride from
stadium?
campus?
They can't.
They can't.
Miami.
They can't.
Remember, I
No,
called them
no,
Miami
no,
HOA
Sam. What? Wait. 1 second,
Explain
Troy.
it to me, AJ.
The school,
Break it down for
Sam.
me,
The
AJ.
school is in the middle of a neighborhood. Literally, you have the school and a $27 million house right next door to it.
What is it? Coral Gables?
And
Is
the
that where
people that
yeah.
Coral Gables, yes, and the people that own those $27 million houses pretty much said y'all got like fucked up.
Yeah, they're
If
gonna drop
you
the value
think
majorly if they
that
put
we
some,
gonna
if they
let
put a stadium
y'all
there.
exactly build a stadium near my property that sits on the bay in Miami. The school is also on the water. They have nowhere to go. They are landlocked and stuck. It is very pretty. Yeah, it's a beautiful campus, but they have nowhere to go. So when you hear people from that area or me and Troy make the jokes about the Lamborghinis being parked on campus, we not playing.
Wow. Miami got to get it figured out, man. They can put, I mean, they don't got to be in Coral Gables.
They had it figured out. They had it figured out. And the University of Miami said, nah, we don't want that.
So
I couldn't imagine not having a home stadium. I couldn't imagine that, man.
here's what's funny.
Shit, Bethune-Cookman don't have a home stadium either. Look at them.
I knew it was coming. The thing is that they could have went in jointly with the soccer club in Miami and made a mixed-use stadium. But
Enter
they
Miami.
it. Yep, they fumbled it. So now
that would have made more sense.
Basically, they could have did the same thing that Texas Southern does with the Houston Dynamo.
Yeah, but they
and they don't. And the Texas Southern doesn't have to rent out that stadium; they lease that stadium.
Yeah,
so they lease the stadium. So it's within because they got I think it was an agreement for both of them to play in that stadium. Of course, Major League Soccer play summertime, spring, summertime, and then of course in the fall is football. You're only gonna be there for like 4 or 5 games anyway.
Are there any other conferences that did what the ACC did with the money?
No.
What?
No.
Like they gave the payout solely to Indiana or the payout solely to Ole Miss?
I definitely think the ACC did that to spite my Florida State and Clemson over that lawsuit.
Come on, man.
I'm glad somebody paying attention.
But I also fully expected North Carolina, Duke, and everybody else to sue them over, and that hadn't happened yet. Remember, Troy, when I put it in the group chat, and I was like, they finna get sued, and you said, yep. But at this point, no lawsuit yet.
Well, why would you sue when when realignment come, you're going to be saying, hey, damn an exit fee, you owe me.
Because
Wait,
the schools
where
that
are
I
y'all
thought
gonna go
would to
though?
are not the ones that are pushing to leave. The schools that I thought would have filed a lawsuit are not the ones that are going to leave. Duke and North Carolina and North Carolina State, they don't have a reason to leave the ACC
or Wake Forest.
What conference is Florida State gonna
or
go to
Wake
anyway
Forest. None
though?
of those. They thought they was going to the SEC, and they told
Nope,
them
we
no
never.
before
No,
they
no, no,
even put in
no,
the damn
no, no.
application.
Don't put that out there. We never
No, no, no,
thought
no, no,
about the
no, 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 no,
ACC.
no. Don't. You
We
ain't
were
finna argue
only
me down
talking
like
about.
you and your alumni brother in one Highland. We going to the SEC, and you know it.
I was always, and the people that follow me had always said Big Ten. Big Ten was the
Why
one
you
that gave us
singling
the head.
yourself out? You can't
Why do
talk
y'all
about
want to
one. You
keep
talk
going
about
to
the
the
whole. You
same
talking about the unit.
conference? Why can't we just go back to the old conferences? All the schools on the West should be in the Pac-12. Y'all should stay in the ACC. The schools in the South should be in the SEC. The schools in the North should be in the Big 10.
Sam.
The Big 12 should go back to the Big 12. I hate this.
Sam, don't let Troy lie to you. This ain't got shit to do with the media rights deal. Florida State is upset that they are not the state flagship school. That's what all of this is about.
No, 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 no.
Florida State is not the state flagship school of Florida.
So hold on,
And
hold
don't
on.
know me.
That sounds good, but Maryland, who was in the Big Ten, who broke the grant of rights from the ACC, was the people who told Florida State what was in the grant of rights. The timeline is very easy. Maryland said, "Hey, this is what's in the grant of rights." Florida State said, "Hey, we need to do something about this disbursement." The ACC said, "We ain't doing shit." Florida State had a meeting in public to discuss suing the ACC. The ACC said bet and was in court the next day suing Florida State. All of the information that helped the attorneys for Florida State came from the Big Ten. That Tallahassee Regional Airport, we know what G5s was in that Tallahassee Regional Airport. I said it on this podcast. I ain't never sway from that. Fuck the crazy right-wing nuts that are saying SEC because they live in Alabama somewhere. Fuck them people. It was always going to be the Big Ten. That was always the discussion. The SEC has never been a discussion since Bobby told them to kiss his ass. That's just the facts.
Does Florida State fit in academically with the Big Ten?
Yes. I keep telling y'all, everybody keeps talking about this AAU thing. Let's be clear.
The travel.
We doing that now. We doing that with
Florida, they. Well, I was just about to say that because of Stanford being in the ACC, they doing it now. Because of
Cal,
UC
and
Berkeley.
I forgot about Cal.
UC Berkeley
and UC Berkeley.
And they had to go to SMU.
Yep.
That's not too far though. Texas not too bad.
See, but no, the SMU not that bad.
Drive.
It's the California. It's the California. But even you don't really have to drive because you can go an hour and a half in either direction and just jump on the flight. Either you go to Jacksonville or you go to Panama City and you just catch the flight.
Wait, there's no airport in what is it? Is it Tallahassee or
Tallahassee Regional Airport? But
man, don't get me started on that bullshit ass airport. They only fly certain places and they don't. I think it used to have a JetBlue kiosk. It's gone, so I think it only has Delta, which
like American.
It's Delta, Southwest, and American. I think that's the only thing that fly to Tallahassee right now. So I live here. I don't fly to Tallahassee unless I'm putting it on my job's credit card because I fucking refuse.
I hate all the alignment. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I know y'all probably already gathered that. I hate the alignment. I think we should go back to what it was. The Pac-12 should be the Pac-12.
I said it in the group chat a while ago. Earlier this week. I think the realignment. They're going to realign again sooner than later because the realignment that we saw this year had not happened since it has been like 20 years when Miami left the Big East and Syracuse left the Big East and then everybody sued the ACC.
You will. I predict you will see the ACC as a private school conference.
Well, they did that with the Big East.
How many private schools in the SEC in the ACC right now though?
Wake Forest, Duke,
Wake Forest, and Miami.
Yeah.
No, UNC is a public institution. Clemson is a public institution. SMU is private.
I think, yeah, SMU is
Florida,
private.
Florida State is a public institution.
I think Syracuse is private.
Yeah, Syracuse is private.
Nope, public.
They're not?
No,
Syracuse,
Syracuse is public.
private sectarian.
Yeah, they're public.
They're public.
Yeah.
Yes. St. John's is the private school in that area.
Isn't Duke private?
Yeah.
Duke's private. It's gonna be a lot of realignment. A lot of realignment.
I'm telling y'all,
and sooner than later.
Wait. But my thing is, here's my thing. Like you said, Troy, you said you want to go to the. Like you said, Troy, you said you want to go to the Big Ten. The Big Ten already has like close to 20 teams. Why do you want to play in the same conference as all these teams? Don't you want to win your conference and then see that team in the championship? See that conference? Like, why do we all want to play in the same conference?
They can barely do that, Sam.
We don't have a coach that can count to 5. What are we talking about?
That's y'all fault for hiring that motherfucker right there.
Listen,
I was just about to say that.
He gonna be gone soon. And even with his sorry ass, we are still very high in viewership. We are the one thing Florida State does have is that they do numbers, and that is attractive to conference. But there is only one conference that made overtures to Florida State because
people like watching train wrecks.
What you said?
I can't argue with that because when I lived in Indiana, I lived in Indianapolis, and it was kids in Indianapolis with Florida State gear on.
People like watching train wrecks.
You know what, man? Not today. Not today.
I'm just saying.
Wait, also too, Troy, I haven't talked to you in a minute, but I'm pretty sure I was talking about the FAMU Bethune-Cookman rivalry in football the other day. And did BC win this year?
Why would you bring that up? Why would you bring that up on this podcast? You finna make
I'm sorry.
And then I'm probably gonna crash out right behind.
Bring that up. I'm so sorry. I just know Marlo is BC, right?
No! Don't do that!
No?
Oh my fucking God. I know you fucking lying.
Where is Danny at so she can play?
I know you fucking lying.
Wait, is anybody BC on here? Nobody.
Before I would become.
No.
Jackson State.
Oh God.
You take your mountain.
Marlo crashing out so bad his internet.
My body's hot. My body's hot now. My body's hot. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Man. Oh.
So she can play damage control.
Oh man. Speaking of the
rivalry. Wait a minute, we can't just gloss over that shit. I just need to set the record straight. There is a temporary button where you could say I will ever attend that school in Daytona. Everary. Like never. That ain't never gonna happen. And the only reason I went there for they damn football and basketball games is Troy. He wanted me to go to that shit.
Wow,
I'm unfamiliar. I'm sorry. So
now I got to do this again. I really got to do this. Oh my God. Why do I have this? Why right here? This why. This. First off, I want to say.
He got the disclaimer up.
First off, I want to say, Fat Mouth Sports is always grateful that Bethune-Cookman allows us to cover events at their on their campus. So that's one, right?
We like bros.
Hell no.
The rivalry.
The disclaimer, Troy. The disclaimer.
I really just
he got it on his
I know why. I know why people no longer answer my emails. I know why.
Their computers probably don't work.
Show is Bethune.
Wait, so this is strictly
They
a
are
no
broke,
BC area.
Marlo. You
Okay,
got a point.
my fault. I need
It's
to
no
do more research.
Bethune and it's no
Especially no
Southern.
BC,
Don't
no
say
BC,
nothing good
and no
about Southern when Doc is on this show either.
man. Fuck that school in Baton Rouge.
And
There we go.
fuck Morgan State too. They ain't exempt.
Yep,
Say catch a straight.
always.
Oh my God. By the way, Marlo, Morgan State was predicted to be a play-in team. A play-in team.
A playing team for who? And for
For
what?
the
Basketball.
NCAA
They
tournament.
must be finna play some chili wings.
Tail Wildcats. What does that mean?
What the
I just saw it in the chat. I'm sorry.
hell,
I saw it
Wildcats?
in the chat.
No, we don't say that here. We don't. Oh my
Oh,
God.
The hell with a
Go to the
Wildcat.
comments, Troy.
The hell with a Wildcat.
Danny, you need to play damage control since you're
What
here now.
happened? Why y'all fighting?
Man, Danny done popped up at the right time. Ain't nobody fighting.
What's going on?
We ain't fighting. We just had to, there were some unclarity with Allegiance and Alliance. And I just had to
Set the
state
record
my
straight.
position
Oh God. I swear to God, we're gonna
that
get
it was never. Fuck them. Like, it's an advantage to go there. You like going to that school. I don't like shit about it. I don't
we
like their
are the
wings.
platform executives. We have. Oh my God.
My
So
bad.
y'all
I
y'all are
mean,
discussing
yes.
y'all are
I
discussing being allegiant versus being ally. Is that what I'm understanding?
mm-mm. It's more like frontier.
What?
We was talking about BC versus FAMU. I was unfamiliar with where everybody's allegiance on the pod was, and I thought that Marlo was a BC, and that's where we're at. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you done made him crash out. I already
Yes.
know.
Oh my god. I don't want them some bitches to
Oh
win in Marvin.
dang.
I don't want them. I don't want them to
Well,
win in thumps.
you will
Nothing.
never hear the end of this now.
I haven't had the wings, Mike. I ain't had the wings, but I definitely want to try them because everybody talked about them, but I ain't had the wings yet.
For what? You
I
see,
told y'all. I
the
told
That's
y'all.
not the
grease probably
school.
I
old.
told y'all what happened.
That's not even the
It's
school.
I
called the
told y'all
Bethune
what
Grill.
happened.
The shit got Bethune in the name of the restaurant. You know it sucked.
Now wait a minute.
I
That's
told
Earl Peoples,
y'all
man.
what happened with the person that I pledged to do life with. Called me and said I'm at Bethune Grill. Girl, if you don't,
What you told? Yo, put that shit
no,
down,
you gonna
folks.
have food poisoning because you gonna have food poisoning because you just wandering offbeat and not calling nobody and saying where you going. Now you cross the street from the projects in Daytona for some chicken wings. Man, if you don't get in your shit,
First of
go home.
all, how can you be the trademark school in a place and when you the fifth ranked school in the area?
God damn.
They
And we get to the SWAC baseball.
behind the high schools. You ain't even
And we
fifth.
get the SWAC baseball. We got to get the SWAC baseball. We put it on. We
We
put it on the
might
site.
we might not get there.
Oh my
We
God.
need to
Let's
get to
go.
HBCU AC baseball and basketball.
We gonna. I hope to get to all of that,
Mm-hmm.
but Marlo has been on a run for like 5 minutes.
Nah, you was on your run for like 15
Well,
minutes talking with your diatribe of Florida State, man.
Oh God.
Because I said Florida State act this way because they not the state flagship school of the state. And
And
he
he
just had to
went
go and
3
drag
minutes
Maryland
into
into it. Maryland ain't got nothing to do with this conversation we had. At least Maryland is the flag state
talk
school
about
of they
people.
state. They ain't got the same problem.
People like watching Florida State. People like watching
What
train
I said what?
wrecks.
Shout out to
Mm,
Charlie
mm.
Woods, class of 20, class of 28. Shout out to Charlie Woods. Or freshman class of 28. So
I just
SWAC
want to
baseball-
apologize. I didn't mean no disrespect to anybody. I apologize if I
Sam, you
inadvertently
good.
disrespected
You
y'all.
good. You good. You good. You good. Listen. So
You good, but fuck them. I mean that. And they fucking concession stand that only got a cooler and a fold-up table in their gym.
I
In
think
their gym,
everybody's
they got a
stepping
stage. Who the fuck as a grown-up want a stage in your gym? I'm
have
just saying.
gotten over the stage now, Marlo. They have
All I'm
gotten
gonna say, hey, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Let me say this. Y'all want to talk about rivalries? I cover the Big Sky, so I try to be very, very objective now. But y'all have never had to. I don't know if y'all have ever had to watch y'all rival win a national championship. That's all I'm saying.
Hell no, we ain't ever had to see them win a national championship. A national championship? That's just like saying playoffs.
Southern ain't done that in a long time for us, so we ain't worried about them.
Oh God.
and these Southern
I'm
can
finna get to
afford
the
to
SWAC.
send their
I'm finna
players
get to the
places
SWAC baseball
on,
so we can get through
on
this.
non-school buses.
Okay, I reckon I said my piece.
So the SWAC baseball order of or the predicted order of finish came out
Hey,
today.
you might want to take that
Along
disclaimer off.
as well, I'm gonna leave that up for right now. As well as the first team and second team all SWAC in baseball. So the predicted order of finish, Lord, please let us get through this podcast. Bethune-Cookman has 209 votes. Florida A&M has 185 votes. Bama State, which was a shock, had 178 votes. Grambling has
Because they
100.
asked a bunch of white people.
We ain't gonna make it.
Grambling has 143 votes.
We ain't gonna
Jackson
make it.
State has 141. UAPB, remember Coach said UAPB had that picture. They got 136 votes. Southern has 118. Texas Southern has 84. Prairie View has 70. Alabama A&M has 65. Alcorn has 38, and Mississippi Valley got 37.
You finish? You finish with going down the list?
Let
Somebody
me get.
voted for Mississippi Valley.
No, you finish. Did you go through all of them?
Yeah, I went through all of them, but I'm gonna get to the players first, and then you can have your way. Let me
You
get to
went to
the.
the east, and you ain't go to the west.
No, this is
Nah,
the
he
order of finish all together. They didn't do East and West.
read the whole conference from top to bottom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what the SWAC did this year. So
I must even get that email.
it didn't even pop up in the email. This came up
Who the hell
from the
they
SWAC account.
asked?
First of all,
I don't know. It wasn't
Yeah.
me. They didn't ask me.
the
I
212
saw
people
that
that
shit and was
voted
like, what
for
the hell?
BCU is fucking on the spectrum. Every last one of them bitches is on the spectrum.
Marlo.
We gotta go see.
Hey, are we gonna ask?
To every
I'm
SWAC
just saying.
athletic
I call it
director and
stupid.
SID, I would like to publicly say, I'm pointing to the disclaimer. These are just jokes.
I said it, and I meant that shit. Y'all can sit there and think just because they won something last year when fam had a rebuilding year and we still was in the championship game and our roster is leaps and bounds better than it was last year, and y'all gonna come up there and have 212 people say that school in Daytona gonna finish ahead of us? Drink bleach with a cocktail straw.
Oh my god!
No,
That
Trump's
is
people
gonna
doing
say
serious
that. I'm
right
some
there.
dead
disclaiming
ass
that.
shit, and
Change the
all of my
disclaimer that.
internet went out.
Oh god. So the SWAC all first team at catcher, Chris Marcellius from Grambling. At Jackson State, Wilbert Perez, first base. Second base, Bethune-Cookman, Jesus Venegas. At third base, Florida A&M.
Did you say
Campbell.
Jesus the niggas? What'd you say?
Oh Lord.
What'd you say? Troy, I need you to enunciate. You got to enunciate.
Jesus Venegas.
And
Yeah.
you said B or V?
V. They.
He
My
said
Spanish ain't good, y'all.
DANIGGAS. The niggas.
The niggas.
That's what it sounded like.
Okay.
Continue.
Shortstop, Bethune-Cookman, Jeter Polito. I think that's how you say his name. Designated hitter, Tanner Aoki from Mississippi Valley. Outfielder, Andre Martinez from Bethune-Cookman. Outfielder, Daryl Lee, Bethune-Cookman. Outfielder, Trey Briggs, Grambling State. Outfielder, Kenny Fabian. I'm sorry, not outfield. Starting pitcher, Kenny Fabian from UAPB. Starting pitcher, Jordan LeBoy. I think that's how you say his name. Starting pitcher from Alabama State. And then relief pitcher, John Carlos Zambrano, relief pitcher, Bethune-Cookman. That's the first team.
Ain't no way in hell they asked Shoot to vote for people and he voted for all Bethune-Cookman.
On the second team, all SWAC, Vinny Samuel, catcher, UAPB. First base, Jalen Lucky, Southern. Second base, Alex. Oh, I'm not saying that last name. Alabama State.
Go ahead and mess it up again. Come on.
No. There's too many syllables in that. Third base, KJ White from Southern. Wasn't he somewhere else? Shortstop, Benny Bakar, Southern. Designated hitter, Armani Newton from Bethune-Cookman. Outfielder, Justin Cruz, Florida A&M. Outfielder, Cameron Hill, Grambling State. Outfielder, Sergio Rivera, Bethune-Cookman. Edwin Sanchez, starting pitcher, Bethune-Cookman. Garrett Workman, starting pitcher, Florida A&M. Relief pitcher, Trey Power, Alabama State.
So you telling me that the entire SWAC, that poor ass school in Daytona,
Lord have mercy.
that do they even have a baseball field? I don't think they do.
They're playing at the renovated stadium, and they have better bathrooms this year. I think.
But listen at what I asked. Is it theirs?
I'm not doing this. Not tonight, Jesus.
No, it is not.
Tonight. Oh my God.
How you rent a center in your own city?
Oh my God. Oh man.
Just saying. Hope they lose every game.
What that email for SWAC tournament gonna be fun.
Prairie ain't got no love in baseball this season, or Texas.
No, they didn't. No,
Texas only got one kid on. They got one. I think they got one.
On the second team, though, right?
Yeah, second team. They got one kid on second team. Real quick for FAMU fans. Yes, there is a starting pitcher that should be on that list, but because of his injury, he did not play last year, and that's why he's not on that list. Because the SWAC.
No, I am not surprised by the lack of family rattlers on the preseason list because again, we were young and we were injured. I'm just talking shit.
Man,
that's the only thing that
we had to replace the majority of our team.
Right.
That's the only thing that when it comes to preseason awards, if you didn't play in the SWAC last year, you're not eligible for preseason awards. I didn't make the rules. That's just the way it is. I have looked at half of the SWAC teams, And I can tell you right now, of the half that I've looked at, yes, Florida A&M, Bethune-Cookman look like they're gonna be on a collision course at the end of the season. Now,
But
that being
it
said,
is always either us and them or us and goddamn Alabama State.
and that goddamn Grambling.
And them two.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this because I've been media Troy. Now I'm finna be fan Troy. I seen all the stuff y'all been posting in Daytona. Soon,
They can't even spell that in Daytona. You worry about what they post. They
soon,
still typing letters for numbers and numbers for letters.
I can't even get to my bird.
Wait a minute, what was that? What was that promotion? They going to the hole, any hole, which hole?
Right, pick a hole. That's tell you all you need to know.
Shout out to Bryce, young Bryce. We've had him on the show. But again, first game.
I ain't gonna
first
say
major
what
game.
I normally say. I'm gonna shut up. I ain't gonna say it this week.
First major game of the year for the SWAC is going to be at the Andre Dawson Classic, and of course, the first two teams that are going to play, Florida A&M, Bethune-Cookman. Might as well start the season off with your rival.
When is that game?
It's this weekend, right?
No. That's this weekend is softball.
Yeah.
That's the softball tournament this weekend. Vero is in March. Hold on.
No, baseball starts this weekend.
No, I'm talking about the Andre Dawson Classic. Dawson Classic.
Yeah, be glad that ain't no conference game.
Yeah, those are all. It's the
I
February.
don't give a damn if it was a conference game. We still gonna win.
February 23rd. This ain't about conference. This personal.
No. I'm talking about Doc said be glad they ain't no conference game. I don't care.
This personal. We can play in the Field of Dreams. It's personal.
Hey, what day you say? A phone booth in the middle of Times Square.
I think the Andre Dawson Classic starts on the 20th. Texas Southern at Jackson State versus Jackson State.
Yeah, the 20th. The game's on the 21st. Wait, hold on. Whoa. This last year. Why are you showing me last year?
BC and Florida A&M play on the 21st at 8 p.m.
Yep.
Of what, March?
No,
this month.
This month.
Yeah,
I might try to meet you down there.
Yeah,
for that one.
I'm going.
21st. Let me see. I gotta space my time out. Time go fast. Shit.
I'm going down there, and then I'm gonna figure out a way to get to the Grambling basketball game, just so I can have that ticket.
I might skip on that one. If we still trying to go to the softball tournament, I might have to skip out on that game on the 21st.
But so that was that, right? Florida A&M men's basketball won yesterday. Apparently, they don't give two fucks about my blood pressure because
they don't care about their coach's blood pressure neither.
I turned my head and it was a 20-point lead. I went and fixed me some chili, sat down, had me a drink, came back, sat in the TV, and it was a 4-point lead.
Hey, Jamal. This is what Troy would try to do. He took out that good old flask.
I wish I could. I got a couple more weeks before I can play with the alcohol. But when I can.
You considered it, and then you realized you was gonna get beat up and forgot about it.
Oh yeah.
The blonde-haired lady's gonna get you.
She be lurking.
Hey, the little baby in here starting stuff. Shh. She be watching. She be watching. So relax. But yeah, no, the men won. They stopped that slide, which was a huge slide. So And again, we at the halfway point. We still got a chance to get into the upper seas. We just got to do better. Just definitely got to do better.
I will say that both programs have exceeded my expectations with them this season, especially the women. So yeah.
I'm just gonna say this: whoever is making Coach pressure outfits, keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. The flying
Just
nun.
give her wings.
I don't know what the outfit you call last night, but she had some skin showing and some design, so that's what's up. Um, I don't know nothing about fashion, y'all, so don't get mad at me. I just know when she intense, the outfit is intense, and I believe in good luck. So designers, keep up the good work.
Hey, you might be mad at this, but that school in Coral Gables HOA just knocked off North Carolina tonight.
Hey, North Carolina finna fire their coach. That black man is out of there.
Didn't they just beat Duke on Saturday or this
They just
weekend?
beat Duke, but that's the
They
problem.
Badly.
They be up and down. That's the problem with them.
Yeah, like they not consistent. And I've been a North Carolina ball fan probably my whole life. And they can deal with you not being great and amazing if it's consistent. But they don't ride roller coasters. Not in basketball. They don't ride roller coasters. You gotta be consistent and on the same path at all
Y'all,
times. Like you
y'all
get the
not.
fuck up out of there.
Y'all seem to be pretty decent, avid college basketball fans, but y'all not gonna like this from me. I don't think college basketball is a very strong brand.
Excuse me?
He don't know. He can't know because that payout ain't 1 year. That payout is 2 years.
Excuse me? Man, you have a better quality of basketball with 18-year-olds than we have gotten with 27-year-olds in the NBA the last 8 years.
Man, the NBA
That's the
is
one
man.
thing.
I'm a
That's
Thunder
the one
fan.
thing
I'm a
So
I'm
Thunder
not.
fan. So you can't tell me.
hold
You
on,
can't tell
hold
me
on,
shit right now. You can't tell
hold
me
That's
on,
shit
you
right
know
now.
what?
And you know what?
You
And
hold
can't
that
tell
on,
me
tells me
shit
hold on,
right
all
hold
I
now.
on,
needed
hold
to
on,
know.
hold on, hold
Because
on,
no, no,
hold
no,
on,
no, no, no.
hold on, hold on,
Because you a
hold
Thunder
on,
fan, that
hold
tells me
on,
everything I need to know.
hold on,
Ah, here we
hold on,
go. Here we
hold
go.
on, hold
I
on.
am from Oklahoma,
Y'all
born and
can't hear
raised.
me.
Unfortunately,
I hear you, Danny.
Can
My
y'all
fault.
hear
Go
me?
ahead.
Can y'all
Yeah.
yeah,
hear
well,
me?
yeah,
I want to
yes.
back up. I want to back up because before y'all start going in on him, I want to know why you said that it's not a strong brand. Cause y'all know this my ish, so I need to hear it. I want to have this discussion. What makes you say that college basketball does not have a strong brand?
I'm out the way.
I don't know. I don't
Me
know. Just
too.
like when I watch the games, like I'm just not glued to the TV. I feel like when I watch a lot of NBA games, like I'm tapped in. I want to know what's going on. I feel like the games come down to the last wire a lot of times, unless you're talking about the Thunder,
Ain't
we be
no
going
way
for
in
the route.
hell.
But
Hold on, hold on. Let him cook or let him simmer. I don't think he's cooking right now, but he's simmering.
I just don't love college basketball. I've never really been. To be real with you, I never was a huge basketball fan. I grew to love NBA basketball, but college basketball, it has not grabbed me the way NBA basketball has, to be fair.
Okay, so
Ah, there we
stop
go.
there. Stop there. Stop there. Because that is the issue. The issue is not that it doesn't have a strong brand. The issue is that you don't identify with the brand that college basketball has built. There's a difference. College basketball actually has an extremely strong brand. Extremely strong brand. Their brand is so strong that many colleges and divisions changed the rule about having alcohol at the games because they
Like you
knew
used to not be able
that
to.
you used to not be able to, but they changed that. Right? Why? Because they understood that if we allow these people to come in here and get their beer, their hot dog, and their popcorn, they gonna spend
They're
more
gonna hang
money.
around.
Then they gonna
Yep.
hang around. Then they gonna stick around even longer because they can't drive home. Right? So now they gotta go into our team store or whatever and spend more money. Or it's gonna make them even more thirsty, so they gonna go get another something and another something to eat and all of that. That's just one example. The other other thing that college basketball has done that has transformed their brand is to make sure that they are telling stories that go far beyond the basketball court, right?
Mm.
On a regular basis. They have campaigns and things like that that help fans identify with the student athletes and the coaches. They have more campaigns than the NBA. The NBA has a strong brand, but the NBA also has a lot of problems, right? So
Shit like
I
this
want people to understand.
antitrust suit finna hit.
Yes, I want people to understand that just because you don't identify with something doesn't mean that it is not strong, that it
You
is
make a
not
very good
prevalent,
point.
or that it is not identifiable. What it
You make a
means
very
is
good
that
point.
your preference is not identifying. It's not, you're not pulled toward that sport. That's okay.
Absolutely.
That's okay. But I want to
Absolutely.
be very careful about saying that it's not a strong brand because it is. It is a
You're
very
right.
strong brand, and it may be it's and the crazy thing is it's becoming even stronger, but maybe not in the best way because NIL and pay to play have really transformed collegiate athletics, right? But
Mm-hmm.
people are talking about it, and brand identity and the strength of a brand ain't always positive. Sometimes it means that your brand is being talked about, but people still know what the brand is. They can still identify. There are certain sounds that they hear that they know, oh, this is the Jimmy V Classic. Oh,
And Dick
it's
Vitale.
rivalry. It's rivalry week, right? Whatever the case is, and it's based off of the sound that they hear when college basketball starts. So I'm off my soapbox, but
Hey,
I needed him to
you
explain
you did your thing.
why he thought the brand is not strong so that we can understand what branding truly is.
I
In all
think
fairness, I don't really watch. I don't really tap into like the Sweet 16, Elite Eight. Like I'm that type of college
What?
basketball fan.
What?
Yeah,
Hold on,
yeah,
hold on, hold on.
yeah.
I take off. I typically every year since I've had an adult job, when the Elite Eight and the Final Four roll around, if I am scheduled to work, no, I am not.
the beauty of
Prepare the others because I am not coming. My current direct manager looked at me today and said, Jay, how we gonna watch these games in March? I said, I don't know, but I'm willing to find out long as we don't get fired because me and her, we are not missing games. I remember when I used to work in Memphis, I made a deal with them on Saturdays because I used to work on Saturdays. I was like, I'll turn the game on if y'all shut up. It was mainly for me. I would turn the game on in the middle of the production floor, and they would be like, "Dang, why production so good on Saturdays?" Company in my head, I don't know. Dad, I guess they just try to get it out the way so we can go home. No, they've been watching basketball all day.
I forgot this was a basketball podcast first.
well,
It's
I'll
not.
say
I
this.
wouldn't necessarily say that. I wouldn't. I think I might be the biggest basketball fan
Yeah,
on. Well, me and Danny might be the biggest basketball fans on the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I I have to be closeted because well, y'all know what I'm going through right now.
He's
Um,
a Knicks fan.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
this.
he a Knicks fan.
Y'all in
No,
the
I'm talking
playoffs
about
right
what's
now?
going on in Florida State. What you talking about? Like I am old enough to remember when it was 3,500 at basketball games in Tallahassee. Well, this coach is talking about
Hey,
he gonna buy people beer to get 500 people in there, and the seats were still empty on national TV. But that's probably because you put together a squad with an EBT card. You might be a good coach. I don't know, but I digress. Right? I digress.
Well, I'm a Mavericks fan, so y'all you see what pain I went through for the last couple of years.
I really
Hey,
yeah,
want to get
hey.
to this whole
Mark is
Conk and
coming
nipple.
back. Mark is coming back.
I'll say this, right?
All right, what's next, Troy?
I'm just gonna say this because Doc brought up here Dallas Mavericks fan. Um, Con Nipple should probably be rookie of the year.
He's not, but he's in the running.
No,
But
it's gonna end up going to Cooper Cup.
it's going to
Not
go to
Cooper
Cooper.
Cup.
Which is
Shit,
crazy
Cooper
because
Cooper
Flag.
Flag.
Con is playing
Yeah,
meaningful basketball.
Yes, he's playing meaningful basketball, but Cooper in the month of January to February. This month alone,
He been cooking.
He's been cooking.
How many games they winning? That's why
It don't
people
matter
calling
if you
out
win
Jason
games
Kidd.
too. It don't matter if you win games. You know his play on the court equals out. He's going to be rookie of the year.
It doesn't translate to wins. It is the same
Well,
thing.
But that does no, Troy. But wins has a win and win shares have a bigger indication on MVP than it does rookie of the year.
right.
So rookie of the year, your team, you can get your teeth kicked in, night out. But as a rookie, if you are making a difference and you putting up numbers, you golden. But as MVP of the league, if you get your teeth kicked, you ain't winning that shit. They don't care how many points you scoring per night. All that matters is wins and win shares.
It's been a game where Cooper scored 42. Then this past month he scored 49. He scored 36, 34, 32. Cooper Flag has been cooking and he's been consistent with his cooking.
Name a rookie that has won rookie of the year on a team. What am I? On a team with a satisfactory record. Name one, cause LeBron won rookie of the year and they didn't win shit his rookie year. No, I'm wrong.
You're saying name a rookie who was on a good team and also won rookie of the year?
Yeah.
I think.
Let me look at rookie of the year history.
No, Magic didn't win it that
Who?
year. I think Magic
He didn't win it
his
that
rookie
year.
Nope, it was Larry Bird.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, Larry
Yep.
Bird. And they didn't.
And look
didn't
at that. And look at their record. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. They judge the individual in rookie of the year, and they judge the person and the team in MVP.
Well, speaking of teams, and we didn't get a chance to record the crash out, but for context, I want everybody to listen to this because I can't believe.
Man, he finna piss me off all over again. I already know what he's
What are you about to do?
Go ahead and play it, Troy.
That's been consistent with our team is we're not comfortable.
Can y'all hear that?
Things don't go our way, and I have a team that'll just quit on you. And you can't do that in big games. You can't do that anytime in the SEC, but you certainly can't do that at a program like this.
Questions, Cora?
Kim, just after a loss like this, what was your message and what do you kind of say after win your next game? Win your next game. It's embarrassing. We're embarrassed. Win your next game.
Kim, just why do you think when things are going bad for this team, they're going as bad as they have, and the margin of defeat has been as much as it has been?
Yeah, that's a question for them about why they can't stick together.
Can't see that.
Coach, what were some of those halftime adjustments that you wanted the team to make in the second half?
Yeah, we wanted to run some offense. They went into a zone, and we looked a little scared versus zone. We didn't run anything. We didn't put pressure on the rim. We wouldn't even get the ball inside the paint. So we talked about running some sets that would get us inside the paint. So we could play inside out or we could go high-low, and we didn't do that.
Can you talk about facing South Carolina zone? They got a lot of length and can cover a lot of ground with it.
Yeah, they did a really good job of covering up the rim for us. I think we were doing a decent job at the beginning when they were a man of playing inside out. We were able to attack it and get to the rim, and then when we just had to stand out there and launch threes, it got ugly pretty quick, and we didn't have the discipline to just run any offense.
Just how concerning is it about not being able to deal with the 2-3 zone, especially when you're going through sets, you want them to run, trying to break it, but end up shooting what you guys did from 3?
Yeah, I think that it hit a point where we were just launching them. It hit a point where it was just everyone was just going to shoot it, and that's not offense. That's not pretty. It's why the score looked the way that it looked. Historically, we've been pretty good against the zone. That was another thing we talked about at halftime. We've seen zone where our zone execution up to this point has been good. It's been efficient. I think one thing that they do is they cover up so much ground, they limit you getting those offensive rebounds against it. So if you miss your first shot, they're going the other way.
I feel like the interview is going okay right now.
Quit today. When you're in February, how do you fix a team that has quit?
They have to fix it. They have to decide they want to fix it.
I guess on a similar note, when you're sitting there in the third and fourth quarter, things are starting to snowball, and you're in the huddles. What's the reaction?
Hold on. So the interview was going okay until that reporter introduced quit into the conversation. Let's add that to the context.
From the team in those
We ain't adding shit to the context because I said it on Twitter they shouldn't hire that lady.
I don't know that. I do know we don't have the leadership we need player-wise. And we've talked about for a couple weeks, it can come from anyone, anywhere, but we do need somebody that is respected and does things the right way to step up and lead this team from a player standpoint.
Okay, that was going to be my question. You have players that have made deep tournament runs, whether here or on other teams. What do you kind of say to them to step up?
I think they just have to. I've had individual meetings. We've met with them. I've said it publicly that we need leadership. We need people that want to win. I think consistency is a big problem with this team right now. So it's hard to lead as a player when you're not consistent as a player. When you don't do what you're supposed to be doing every single day, then you don't have the respect for your teammates. We do have a few. We have a few young ones that I think they could step up and lead.
All right, I'm gonna stop that there because we all know where it's going. So I'm gonna say this real quick.
On May 9th, 2024, Kim Caldwell to Tennessee makes 0 sense to me. She will be out of there in 3 years. Guess who tweeted that? Yours truly, Lord Jamal.
I don't think it's ever appropriate for a coach to use the words "the team quit" unless you are. That's the nuclear button. Because that means you don't have the locker room. But Jamal, I know you've been waiting for this.
Troy, it gets worse. Before the loss to South Carolina, she pretty much said that they don't even come to practice sometimes. And they don't show up on time. Again, you took a lady that had 2 winning seasons at goddamn Marshall and gave her the keys to a Ferrari at the University of Tennessee and said, "You got it," and you wondering why it's crashing and burning. When I say they hired that lady in exactly a week and a half, I don't even think she did a second round of interviews. Cool, we got our coach. You got it. There are so many other coaches available to coach at the University of Tennessee, and you hired Kim Caldwell from Marshall. They ain't even try to steal nobody that was worth stealing from nobody else. They ain't try to steal Coach Yo from Old Piss. They definitely didn't call Don. Kenny was trying to get the fuck out of Virginia Tech. They called nobody. One interview, this lady from Marshall, with the University of Tennessee, go Vols. Pat Summitt will burn all that shit down, and that's the end of my rant. The season would be over if Pat Summitt was still coaching. When I tell you they would be done, they would just forfeit everything. This is insane. And then you fire an actual alumni. I don't think if they fired her based on that loss to South Carolina, that was dumb. Now, if they fired her because the team wasn't progressing fast enough, fine. But if you fire her on the strength of a 6'9" center banking a three-point shot at the top of the key, come on.
I think
that University of South Carolina was the #1 team in the country, and she had already wore them down. They had to wait. They had to hope and pray on a 3-pointer from a center. Not the point guard, not Melisha Fulwiley, not Raven Johnson, not Tessa Thompson. Cordosa, the center.
I'm going to say this. As a media guy, as a reporter, I'm going to call myself a reporter for this context, who has asked questions of coaches at the end of games, it is always a red flag for me when it's just a coach by themselves.
Man, them girls was gone home. They was done.
I'm just, at the time when it was happening, I thought, oh man, the coach is taking all the arrows by himself. That's a good thing. Then somebody put in my ear, Troy, you ever think that maybe the coach is trying to create a narrative that don't exist? So you're asking questions. You're asking questions because the coach is up there giving you a narrative that don't exist when you probably would have asked different questions when there were different options on the table.
So they're saying with the presence
Right.
of the players also there, that might have elicited different questions from you.
Exactly.
Well, yeah, because at that point, I want to know what happened when you got your damn clock wrong on the screen and what was happening to ball side help. Now you're asking them questions about what their thought process was in the game. Not coach, what did you see and what did you try to do and what is going on? You asking the players like, hey, what is going on in this moment? Like, what did you miss? What did you fail to calculate miscalculate that caused all of this?
I've seen players say they didn't understand a situation, and
So then that goes back to the coach.
exactly. And I'm trying to be
Game
very
preparation,
political about
yes. But game preparation isn't all on the coach because are you
it. Yep.
watching film? Are you going through your scouting report? Are you doing your are you upholding your end of the bargain?
So then it's kind of a twofold issue. The coach might not be properly teaching the players how to study film and do all of that, but then also the player might. It just shows the dysfunction within the whole organization.
Exactly. So,
But that's a better picture than the coach saying, "Hey, the players checked out." What?
Yeah, so you basically just so what you basically just did, you just threw them way up under the bus.
You threw them under the bus, and she didn't throw them under the bus not one time. She threw them under the bus the entire interview. Not once did she say, "Hey, there was some things that did not show up on the scouting report, so I did not have them prepared." She never once said that. And we have seen Pat Summitt say it, we've seen Don say it, we've seen Pat Riley say it when he was coaching everywhere. She never once fell on her sword to protect her team.
I think
It was
that's
all
one of the
what
biggest
they
things.
didn't do.
I think that's one of the biggest things people always want to see with the coach is like, hold yourself accountable first before you place any blame on any of the players, on anything else. Like say, hey, I'm the coach. This is my team. I got to do better. I got to coach them better. I got to have them more prepared. Now we can get into, what might have went wrong, how I might have put them in the wrong position here. But first off, what did you do wrong as the head coach?
Correct.
I
And
think
I'm gonna
what
say
she
this to
doesn't
Doc.
realize is that even by her doing all of that, it still comes back to her, right? Because my whole thing is, okay, so they didn't do all these things, right? But why wouldn't you have said, oh, during halftime or during this timeout, we tried to make this adjustment and it didn't work, or they just whatever.
Correct.
Like, but just to go in on your team the entire interview, like, what adjustments did you make? Did you try to run a new play? What did you try as a coach? I didn't hear that. There was
Hey,
nothing. It was just like, I'm gonna point
Because she
fingers
ain't say
because,
it.
right.
hey, EA. So I'm gonna give you a little glimpse behind the curtain. So at the end of an event, right? The players go to the locker room. The coach go to the locker room. The media. It takes us a while to get from the actual venue to where they host the interviews. I'll use the USF game for example. That was a long goddamn walk from the court to where USF had the interviews when Charlie first played, right? So that's a long walk. So it's easy, easy 15 minutes. I think for the Classic, it might have been 25 minutes before we actually got coaches and players in. So it's not like they get off the court immediately talking to players. Like players got a chance to talk to coaches or whatever. Like it takes a while for us to get there. So it's
coaches get to do their pregame, and players get to get some quick carbs in, so nobody passes out.
Yeah. So it's I'm gonna say it like this. So like during football season. So if I'm at the vet, because I'm always stationed on the south end on the end zone. That's where the players' locker room and the media center is at the vet. So once the teams get out once they get out the field, it takes them, it might take them a minute, especially if it's a big game. They might, get out the field. Coach might still be on the field interviewing with some television stations and stuff like that. So by the time, we just walk over there to the media center, we set ourselves up and everything. It tried to take them probably about 7 or 8 minutes to get themselves over next door and stuff like that. to talk to the team. You know, we could talk to the coach and whoever players that he want to have represent for the team. But I ain't never, like just had somebody ask questions like that, to where like a coach answer questions like that, except for on the coach's call.
That's what I need y'all to understand. That was not the first interview she done like that. That was the second one. That's why they were asking questions that way.
She was, yeah,
exactly. This is the second interview she's done like this.
Yeah, real quick. So the 15 minutes, that's the short end. Like that's the short end. Like at the end of a FAMU football game, that's a long goddamn hike. I know it took us 30 minutes to get to the interview room, to the locker room, right? So
longer.
Yeah.
Can I speak on that 15 minutes too, though?
Go ahead.
There's also there's a required 10-minute cool down period in the NCAA. So you can't even start an interview until 10 minutes. For student athletes, sometimes they'll catch a coach really quickly, but the actual the press conference has a minimum 10-minute cool down period. So that gives the coaches the opportunity to go in and talk to their team before the presser starts.
But also with him saying the 15 minutes is too short, to address that, you don't want to give it too much time because you kind of want it to be fresh on the mind, like they just finished playing. Yeah, obviously you want to give them some time to decompress a little bit, but obviously like everything's still fresh on your mind. So if there was a play at the end of the game where certain things happen and you want in the media to ask those questions, because we go to the pressers too after the games in Montana State, all that, you kind of want it to be fresh. Like, okay, coach, this play lost you the game and the 2-point conversion. What led you to calling that play? It's fresh on the coach's mind. So, I don't think you want to give it too much time. Like I think 30 minutes maximum. Is and then you probably should give it in between that.
I mean, and the type of game depends too, because you could be waiting a little bit longer if it's a championship game.
And we also got to remember, media we are very different than traditional media. Traditional media got a deadline that they got to get them stories out.
Absolutely.
So they limit the number of questions that can be asked, but a presser could go anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour. And then the reporters have got to upload those stories as soon as they get done,
depending on how in depth the coach is getting.
Yeah, exactly. So I know everybody thinks 10 minutes, 15 minutes is too short. It's a whole bunch to go into that. So
which goes back to that situation with that one I don't know if you guys saw that. Y'all probably already talked about that, but the Jacksonville situation where that reporter made the comment and
we talked about that a while ago.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So
hey, that lady got exclusive access to the team too, just for being a decent human. You bastards. I'm a Jaguar fan, by the way. I don't see nothing she did wrong.
Well, I mean, the way she did it though, man, she was more like a mama instead of like a reporter.
We got to get to a couple. Well, I'm going to cut you off, Doc, because we got to get to a couple things. One of these things is probably going to make Marlo crash out. But today in the Olympics, for the first time, the United States has a mixed doubles curling medal. We didn't beat Sweden.
I don't even know what the fuck curling means.
Really?
Curling is where they got the broom, and they're like pushing the little thing, the disc down the ice, and then they're like brushing.
I don't understand it. Like I've seen it, but I don't understand it.
It's similar to shuffleboard.
I'm not the target audience for curling. Shuffleboard is for 80-year-old people on old folks cruises.
It's USA. I enjoy curling because back when they first had the sport, it would be on late night. And so after all the other sports was gone, it was curling and some other stuff. And for me, I enjoy curling more than the other stuff. Like, why am I watching somebody ski across some land, pull out a gun, shoot a target, and keep skiing? That ain't for me. That ain't for me. But curling, yeah,
that's not more interesting than pushing a broom.
it's not just pushing the broom. It's like bowling. I'm not gonna do this, but shout out to the curling team. The women's hockey team today beat Canada 5-0.
What round?
Leaving here with
This is
something.
still in the group stage. It's still in the group stage. So they have essentially the number 1 seed in the group stage because they have the most points in the group. And I don't know who they're playing in the medal round yet, but Black history was made. Let me shot. I'm gonna forget this. Dahlia is her first name. I'm sorry, Layla Edwards. First African American to score in an Olympic. I know I messed it up. Layla Edwards, first African American to score a goal in an Olympic competition, but also she got a check on the boards. So that's what's up. Like I posted earlier,
they won all their preliminary round games by 20-1. My goodness.
Yeah, they're fighting. Not that kind of fighting, y'all.
We leave here with some.
They open the quarterfinals against Italy.
Oh, that should be good.
Hands and feet. Feet.
That actually should be good. US is probably gonna win, but that should be good.
Yeah, it's probably still gonna come down in the finals, USA and Canada, which it's only right. It's only right. So we got to talk about it because apparently in the NBA, there's a gentleman that plays for the Detroit Pistons who is averaging 2.4 fights a game.
Beef stew?
I cannot say what I can't say what I said in the goddamn group chat. If we will never get money. You know what? Fuck it. I bet you him and RG3 are in a group chat.
Oh my God. So there was a fight in Carolina. The coach got thrown out the game.
That man had on overalls and no shoes, and he from Rochester.
He trying to bring the old school Pistons back. Bad boys, man.
No. Troy, send him the picture I'm talking about.
You talking about with his wife and his son? I think I know what you're talking about.
That man.
I saw it.
Bad boys what?
Oh man. So
I'm gonna shut up now.
Detroit is probably looking at some suspensions. So is Carolina. Why do I keep calling
it? Ain't their first time at the rodeo.
I have a whole different outlook on this. As a fan of old school basketball, we need more fights. Ain't no football on TV. Hockey is, I think they might be in a break right now because of the Olympics.
Yeah, hockey's on the Olympic break.
Yep.
So somebody got to fight.
Break. Man, they don't want fighting. That's why they've been trying to outlaw
Shakur just beat up
T.O.
What you mean?
I mean, okay, that was this week. This is in the middle of the week. I need a middle of the week fight. Like I need to, when I'm having my late night snack, I need to look up on SportsCenter and see somebody got punched in the face for absolutely no reason at all.
We already don't have all jacked up from the NFL no more, and they're not fighting in the NBA no more. They ain't even fighting in Major League Baseball like they used to.
What y'all doing if somebody mush you the way Duran did?
Oh no, we got to have hands. You not a grown man should never.
Man, I'm finna.
Yo, his hand was.
I don't care how big
we finna move some tables in here. It ain't even no tables in here in the move, but we finna move.
You not finna mush me on a national audience.
Hey, I'm gonna be like Uncle Jerome. Teach your mans how to squabble.
Listen.
Not to. I hope you know how to fight, because every time we play you, it's gonna be on site. You might as well get ready to pay that fine and sit home for a week.
It's either that or fuck all that. I'm going to my car I'm gonna get my gun and shoot everybody. That's what it's gonna be.
Okay, Marcus Johnson, we're not gonna do this off of
No.
no.
We not shooting. We not shooting. But your favorite girlfriend finna be mine. You finna cry in the shower. No, we ain't shooting it out because I can go to jail for that. But I'm gonna hurt your feelings. I might even pull a Delonte West. Remember he was messing around with LeBron mama? Your
Well,
mama finna call me
you know
daddy.
what? We got
Playing with
time
me.
since you went there. Since you went there, and the Super Bowl just happened. Ain't nobody else gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. If she put fingers in Offset, we know she put fingers in Stephon because I seen what outfit he had on going into.
Yo,
how you lose you lose the Super Bowl and your woman at the same time?
Yo, we are never getting monetized. Yo. Did he really say that?
He said that.
He said
that. She said, listen, she said what she liked to do in public forum. So if we know that's what she liked to do, and he signed up for that, it is what it is.
Man, y'all are wild.
Like that man drank.
Y'all are wild.
Nah, him and them boots and tight pants. He might like.
Dog, he walked into the Super Bowl in boots and tight pants.
That man walked in.
That's
like
not
a
even the craziest.
biker.
That wasn't even the craziest.
I'm about to say, man.
It is not. That is not the craziest thing he's worn.
Did anybody ask him why he did that? Did anybody ask him why he came in chains and a mask? What are we doing?
Because he was beefing with that woman.
I feel like so.
Go back and forth with people she put fingers in.
No, so you have to look at the mask. That was a Hannibal Lecter mask. I think he was calling himself Hannibal Lecter, but I also overthink things. I could be wrong.
Like a serial killer or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, Hannibal Lecter.
I forget he young. I forget.
Yeah, Silence of the Lamb. No, okay. So this weekend when you off, watch Silence of the Lambs. And then he got a spinoff TV show probably like 5 or 6 years ago. It was called Hannibal. It was really good too. But watch Silence of the Lambs. That's like one of my all-time favorite movies.
I'm gonna tap in.
I guess that since it was in San Francisco, but maybe that's appropriate. I don't know. I'm so glad Marlo has not like figured out what the hell we talking about. Because Jesus.
I'm listening, but I don't know. I know y'all talking about Kanye and Amber.
Oh no. We talking about Stephon Diggs and Cardi B. Definitely talking about Stephon Diggs and Cardi B. I want to make sure I ain't missed nothing before we get out of here.
Still had 6 kids in a calendar year, and that is insane.
How you? Is this a safe space?
This
your space.
Mm-hmm. Right, this your shit. We just here. In the refrigerator.
As a person who has spent the block, at the beginning of this Stephon Cardi B argument, I was like, this is a whole lot of energy for somebody that you don't want to be with. And you putting Stephon on this platter, this plane while you still going through a divorce. It seemed forced. This makes sense. All jokes aside, when you go from one relationship to another, before you do that, heal. Because there are collateral damage that you are creating to your relationships. I make all the jokes in the world, but let me tell you something about what I do know. You don't have the right to create trauma for other people. Now, if you're going to allow me to watch this absolute circus and get my jokes off, I'm going to watch. But I'm also going to give you some love with less. Now, yes, I find it quite funny that this lady was going off on her husband and they got into a public beef and we found out about fingers. Cool. Freddie got fingered. If you see my Twitter
He
post, now you know what that
said it
means.
again.
Now you know what that means. So, fingered is not inappropriate. Exactly. Look, see, little baby got it. He volunteered for it. It wasn't forced. It was he volunteered. That's all I'm saying. And while we're talking about volunteering force, there was someone who posted a meme of this couple, this black couple in the bed, spooning, and the brother grabbed the young lady's hair and hugged her from behind. That is a beautiful romantic scene. Brothers, listen to Uncle Troy. Get permission first before you pull her hair. You don't know what went on. You don't know what she did earlier. It can go left. Take it from me. Being Mr. Macho Man, pulled one time at the wrong time and had some hair in my hand. It didn't go well. It didn't go well. So, ask permission first. Ask permission first. I'm just saying. What could have been a great night ended up being a lonely night. So, we got everything, y'all. Did I miss anything?
James Pierce Jr. is a dumbass.
Woo, boy.
Under the jail. Under the jail. Under
that beat.
Yo. I just don't have any words, man. Absolutely wild.
No, but I don't either. But that picture that they posted, and I think they've actually taken it down now, just looks completely different now. Because he was at her game like 2 weeks ago, sitting courtside with her jersey on, and the unrivaled photographer took a picture of them.
CRAZY. He is crazy.
Yes, he is. But when I initially looked at the picture, not knowing that they were already broken up and he was stopped, it's like, oh shit, cute picture. Them kids gonna be 7 feet tall, D1, right? And now it's like, oh shit. Yo,
you really think about that?
He wasn't even supposed to be there.
What was that dude's name? That with the Kansas City Chiefs, was it Belcher? The one that
the one that killed himself in the parking lot?
Yeah, unalived himself because he unalived didn't he unalive somebody else?
Yeah.
Her family.
Is this recent or is this a minute ago?
This is a while back.
It happened, I want to say about we might be getting to like, it was before Andy Reid was there.
Yeah.
So however long Andy Reid has been there, it was before he got there, but not like
2012.
It might have been like 1 to 2 years before he got there. And what year did Andy Reid get there?
Jovan Belcher. I think he got there in like 13 or 14. Andy Reid.
So it wasn't that far behind because I think that coach was like, I'm done after that shit.
Wait, he did it in front of his coach and general manager?
Yeah.
But drove to the stadium and did it in front of his coach and general manager. That's why the coach and general manager said, we done. Both of them left around the same time, like a year later.
Wow. Man. So here's how bad this could have gotten, right? Because we just think, oh, he's just acting up in the street. Let me explain to you how bad this could have gotten.
No, he was not acting up in the streets. That was a bad situation, and I want people to understand how bad that situation is and how worse it could have gotten.
And I'm about to tell you how worse it could have gotten. Because I'm a freelance programmer, I used to love having clients in Miami because I get to go to Miami and hang out. And then I would do other side jobs while I was down there. So while I was down there, I was in Doral with the client having lunch. We were leaving lunch, going to go get something to drink because he knew this little spot we can get a drink and talk some more. We get around the corner, getting ready to go to the cars, and the Doral Police Department showed up. We fit the description, and they pulled their guns out on us. Now, for my client, who is a Cuban male who, I'm just gonna be honest about it. He he does not know my experience and he does not live my experience. So he has a very different lived experience. So his attitude and my attitude were two different things. And I'm trying to tell him, hey dog, chill out, let them do what they need to do. We all right, everything is fine. He not trying to hear that. When you have millions of dollars in the bank, you ain't trying to hear nothing. And I'm trying to explain to him, they don't see that. They see that you fit the description. They think you armed. Mind you, we got on linen outfits in the summer. You could see guns if we had guns. But again, this ain't reality. This same Doral department allowed this young man to ram them and they did not shoot him. That's how lucky he got. This could have
didn't he hit a cop?
Yes.
Like physically, like hit a cop?
When the dude, no, he hit him with his car.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying with his car. Yes.
So she stopped. She stopped and called the police. The police responded because that's probably not the only call they got of a very large black man acting a fool in the streets. The police get there and they pull their guns and they say, hey, get on the ground. He looks, sees police, get in his car. The police open his door. He slams the door back. The police opens the door again. He locks it, pulls off, runs over the officer. Now they're in full pursuit through the streets of Doral. I used to work in Doral. And to Troy's point, I used to ride the train because I lived in Palm Beach County. So I used to ride the train, which it was cool, from Palm Beach County to Doral for a reason because I was not driving down there. I needed to be in and out and not bothered because at the time I had dreadlocks and I had a bad attitude. So I needed to be in and out because it was Doral. Man.
Do y'all think he plays again?
No.
No, because even if they drop the charges for what he did to her, he's going to jail for hitting that police officer.
What? Hitting a police officer, a mandatory 5. Mandatory.
Mandatory. Listen at that's what I just said. Even if they drop the stalking charges and what they initially charged him with regarding her, he is going to jail for hitting the police officer at a minimum.
My thing is, how they gonna drop the stalking? They got him on that.
They do it all the time.
They'll drop the stalking. They will up the flee. They will add fleeing and eluding a law enforcement officer. They will up or they will add battery on a Leo. Like they will. This ain't gonna be pretty.
You think he does more than 10 to 20 years? You think he does 10 to 20 or something like that? Or
I don't think he'll do. The max he'll probably get is like 5 to
7.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll do about 7. And in the state of Florida, you have to do like 70% of your sentence. So if they sentence you to 7 years, you pretty much gonna do 6.
And as soon as he's suspended, they said he got like 3 years, $9 million left on his deal or something like that. That's voided too.
Yeah, it's voided.
Yep.
It's a voided deal. So all because you got mad.
Just ridiculous, man. Just absolutely ridiculous. And it's sad, man. Like so much opportunity, so much talent. And just, man, I feel sorry for Rakia Jackson too, man. Like, just imagine what she's going through. Like, she's probably getting inundated. I'm sure a lot of people are showing love in her comments as well. But just like, imagine what she was going through this situation.
No. You're being optimistic about people. Yes, the number of comments that I have seen about them saying, we ain't heard the whole story. What did she do to him? Man, he threw his whole career away for a piece of ass. Mind you, she broke up with him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine what she's been going through. Trying to stay away from this man.
In Unrivaled. This man was in LA. He took a red eye from LA to Miami to stalk her. But it's her fault because he was
there for something in the Super Bowl, right? He was there for something for the Super Bowl, right?
Yeah, NFL honors. Yeah. So and we understand on this podcast, we understand because we people that read books and we know things that anytime a man does something insane to a woman, they're gonna find a way to make it her fault. Even though she is existing in her own world right now, playing Unrivaled, living her best life, having an amazing season, and he left where he was supposed to be to come and harass her for some way, we're gonna make it her fault. I've seen it. I've seen the videos. I've seen the
That's
comments.
sick, man. Sick.
What Atlanta gonna do because of Rakia Jackson? She was what she was supposed to be.
You know that
She was minding her damn business, is what she was doing.
Minding her business. I'm literally coming off of a double and a win in Unrivaled the night before.
She was hooping.
Yeah, we have to.
Hooping.
We got.
Has anybody even checked in on her? Like, have we seen an update about what's going on with her? Like, is she playing? Like,
Florida
is this traumatized her?
No,
like,
so I think their next game is supposed to be on Friday. Unrivaled hasn't said anything. I didn't expect them to say anything because it's Unrivaled and they're gonna protect those players at all costs. Florida also has victim laws, so they're not gonna release any statements about her well-being at all.
That's for the best, given that some people at fault, which is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Right. So it's for the best. I didn't think for 1 second in my mind that Unrivaled was gonna say anything about it.
Yeah. We gotta normalize pointing out healthy relationships and what's not healthy. And we also like there was a time well, when your homeboy got out of line, you had a talking to or you stomped him out. At some point, we need to get back to that. Because
I mean, by street definition, men like me and you, Troy, we what they call them now, Danny? Shit, I can't think of the word. What the hell they call Russell Wilson?
A simp.
A simp, yeah.
Yes, we simps. And I'm like, I watched my dad love my mama for 40 years. I don't know no other way to be.
It's okay. It's okay to love healthy. Like that is peace is a wonderful thing. And I know, listen, when I was young, I used to be addicted to the drama. Like Marlo can tell you, like I used to be addicted to, if it wasn't toxic, I wasn't in it. But at some point, as you progress in life, you realize like you got shit to lose.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and even I am the example of spinning the block. Okay, she broke up with you. Go be a better person.
Go get right, Negro.
I married my spin the block.
Bro, it's just like this, man. When either if you break up with her, she break up with you, man. If it wasn't, the way you broke up, if it was cordial, I mean, y'all could still be cool and everything. But if it was on real bad terms, just leave each other alone. Just like you said, block her number. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know this person crazy, get you a restraining order and all this other stuff like that. You gotta make sure you protect yourself at all costs. Now, if she has some brothers, some YNs, then it'll be a whole.
She does have brothers. She is the youngest girl of all boys. Remember, I said in the group chat, if he randomly gets jumped.
What does that do for them, though? What does that do for that family? For them to go beat him down now? Like, you gotta let the justice system handle that now.
It does. It does
then
nothing.
That puts Rakia back in the spot. That puts Rakia back in the spotlight. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Which sucks, because I'm sure as a sibling, you're like, man, I really want to do something bad to this man right now.
Like, man, let's go beat his
ass,
right?
You gotta protect her brand. You gotta protect her money, like because if they go beat her ass, it's not gonna be. Her name is gonna be on the headline. Her name is gonna be on the headline when they beat him down. It's not gonna be anything about Pierce. It's not gonna be anything about them. It's gonna be about her. and how she told them to go beat them down. And she gonna get all the press.
Exactly.
And everybody gonna be in her DMs. How they already in her DMs. Can't do that. Unfortunately, you can't do that.
I want her to find peace and healing. I want him to find peace and healing because his journey that he just embarked on with the Florida Department of Corrections is about to get real bleak. He is going to wake up and realize everything that he has lost.
Bro, it's two places where I tell folks that you do not want to commit any type of crime like that. It's Florida and it's Texas.
Shoot. Arrive on vacation. You don't want to be in prison in Georgia either.
No. Arrive on vacation, leave on probation, come back on a violation.
Leave.
That's Florida.
Leave with a felony. Mm-hmm.
So, but like I said, I hope she is, doing well. I hope she has love and covering around her so she can get through everything. One day I'll put up some stuff on Twitter. On Thursday, it's going to be another Troy and Tallahassee stories. This time we really will. We really will change the names to protect the guilty. But again, I want to thank everybody for coming out. I know we ran a little long.
That conversation needed to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
It did.
I love having Sam on. I'm gonna have him on again once we get some clear schedule and talk about, we had signing day and want to look through, some of the FCS squads that we think might be way too early, but just think who might do what. So we'll get Sam back on the show
Montana
and have
State,
a conversation with him.
Unfortunately, Montana State.
What's up with the dude? What's up with y'all guys getting a 9th year eligibility, man?
Man, hey, I'm pretty sure dude is married. I think he got a couple of kids. Here's my whole thing about that. If you're going to get that many years, you got to get your master's. And if you finish your master's, you got to start your PhD program. Like, you can't just be taking
PhD or a professional school or something.
A trade or something.
School,
like,
something.
We're not taking no random, just another bachelor's degree. We're not doing that. You need to. But I do get it. He dealt with a lot of injuries at USC. That's where he went to school before he came to Montana. I know he's dealt with injuries almost every year, and they were all season ending. And he's had a tough career. But I mean, at some point, brother, let's get a job, bro. Like, it's okay. It's okay.
It is okay to be okay to be a plumber, bro. I swear.
Somebody tell that to TJ Finley, then.
Man, where's he at now? He's at Incarnate Word in San Antonio.
Yes.
Man, brother.
Well, all right, y'all. We are going to get out of here. I want to thank everybody for coming to the show. Wow. I want to thank everybody for coming to the show. But if I'm going to do some crime, I want you to be my riding partner. For myself, Doc Holiday, Sam, Marlo, everybody at Fat Mouth Sports, HBCU Overdrive. Definitely check out Sam's YouTube channel. He puts up some great content, especially breaking down plays. Definitely check him out. For everybody